Well, first, I would like to thank everyone for being here for the kickoff of the Miracles on Main Street 14th annual celebration. And without further ado, I would like to get the program started. And I would do that by introducing someone who I have a lot of respect for, a former colleague in the Senate, my leader, my mayor, and Baltimore's biggest cheerleader, Mayor Catherine Pugh. Before she comes in, I'll be very quick. I would just like to say, I have been involved in community economic development in Baltimore and around the country for 35 years. This mayor is one of the best mayors that Baltimore has had for the development of neighborhoods, community economic development. I have been through 4 mayors, and she's it. Yeah. A lot of people say a lot of things, and it's not because I work with her. She's my friend, and I respect her, and I'm working with Main Street. She puts her walk where her talk has been. So without further ado, if Madam Mayor would come forward.
Oh, thank you. Before you move away from the podium, I wanted to present you with this mayoral salute for our Main Street program. You've been doing an excellent job, really a great job. So give her a big round of applause, Berna. And I can say this. Thank you. I can say this in all sincerity and honesty that Berna has always been about economic development. And so I'm so glad that she's in this position. I wanted to also acknowledge our Senator McCray. Give him a big round of applause. Who will ultimately be the vice chair of the Democratic Party. That deserves another round of applause. We're counting it done. We're counting it done, okay? Let me also say that this work is really important. And we have a number of Main Streets represented here. But I can tell you that you are so important. And I remember, I think it was probably about 7 years ago, I wrote this proposal and I said, you know, I can show the city how to grow small business if they would just invest $5 million. I said you can jumpstart 100 businesses every single year. And you could grow the businesses that are in the city if we would just invest in the people who live here. Because what we do know is when you invest in your own businesses, in your own city, the dollar continues to turn. You know, and it is a way to grow and expand opportunities. For example, if you're doing a great job in Federal Hill, perhaps Highlands Market or what are some of our other main streets? I was thinking of Pigtown, Bel Air Edison. Maybe you want to go there next. Hey, name them all. Main Street, Bel Air Edison, East Monument, Federal Hill, Fells Point, Hamilton, Laurelville, Highlandtown, Pennsylvania Avenue, Pigtown, and Waverly. You know, just think there's a small business growing there. If they're doing well there, the opportunity to go do it somewhere else means that their business continues to grow. And I'm excited because where's our Arts Social Club? So I think we were in Denver and we got word that the Arts Social Club was in the running for $150,000 if we could just get the citizens of Baltimore to vote. I know people were sick and tired of us because we sent out emails every day. We walked around, we talked to people every day. The first question out of my mouth was, did you vote? And they said, well, voting is not, no. Did you vote for the Arts Social Club? And so because we got on everybody's nerves, we did win. Congratulations. This really is an opportunity, you all, for us to invest in our neighborhood community stores. And it is a great place to shop. Some wonderful stores, some great food, wonderful coffee, wonderful tea, but just wonderful camaraderie. It happens around these neighborhoods and communities. So I'm hoping that this kickoff represents an opportunity for us to assist small businesses and local Main Street in becoming just continuing to grow economically in our neighborhoods. We need folks to make money. We need folks to make money. And they make money because you all participate or patronage customers, and you bring other people to those sites. I believe Saturday is Small Business Saturday, am I correct? Small Business Saturday. So that means that everybody's gonna find them a main street and get on it and buy some wonderful, wonderful products. But I just stopped by to say to you all, thank you for investing in Baltimore. Thank you for being a part of our city. And let me just share a few things because it's important that I do this. You know, I tell folks that, you know, it's hard sometimes to get above the noise because you hear it every day. You know, I heard it today, you know, and I just heard, and prayerfully it's not true, that, you know, another shooting in our city. Too many illegal guns on the streets of our city. But one life lost in the city is one life too many. You know, nobody wants to hear that violence is dropping when somebody they know just got shot and killed. And so we've got to do a better job of taking care of our communities, taking care of our people. And that's why we made Baltimore City Community College free. Because I don't want any child in this city to think that they don't have opportunity. You know, I just sent a note to Michael Bloomberg, who gave $1.9 billion to Johns Hopkins University. Because what he said is that I want every child who is qualified to have an opportunity to get an education. That's Baltimore, you all. And when I think about the children who can finish Baltimore City Community College, when we said Baltimore City Community College is free, guess what? Coppin State University said, well, you know, if you finish Baltimore City Community College, you can go there for free. And then Morgan State University has a $5 million endowment, and Johns Hopkins says if you maintain a 4.0, and believe it or not, we have young people in our community who have that capacity and capability. Don't sell them short, you all. That you can go there for free as well. And so with the $1.9 billion that Bloomberg has donated, it is so that young people can leave college without debt. And you know, many of our young people are leaving college with so much debt they don't even know how they're going to get out of it. Also, I want you all to know that we have created in our city a $52 million investment fund. And people said it couldn't be done, it wouldn't be done, and I tell folks, Anthony, that I know the history of our city, that in 1972 we sold off our airport. It was Friendship Airport, it belonged to the city. We sold it for $36 million. Can you imagine if we still own the airport today? You know, and so when the deal was on my desk to sell off the garages in our city, I said they're assets. You know, when somebody wants to buy something from you, the first thing you should ask is what is its value? And so, you know, I said, we're not selling garages. But what I did do, which is what, you know, I think about it every day if we had done this 40 years ago, is that I leased it. I leased our garages, I raised $80 million, paid off the debt, and then was left with $57 million. $52 million will immediately go into an investment fund to invest in neighborhoods across this city that have been uninvested in for decades. And then another $2 million will go to community groups and organizations to help stand themselves up. And then another $3 million will go to community development corporations, so that we can strengthen them. And I can tell you, when I first became mayor, I said, I don't get to do this work by myself. I created what I call a call to action group. And there are about 40 groups and organizations that come to City Hall twice a month. And there was another organization, the Weinberg Foundation, who just came in to see what we were doing and said to me, you know, I like these folks. I like this group of people. They're energetic, they're young, and some of them older in our neighborhoods and communities, and they want change. And so she said, what can I do for you? I said, help me stand them up. So $500,000 went to those groups and organizations. We gave out 43 different grants to them. And so we're excited. We're excited. And so I just got word today that the $52 million fund that I created will get another investment of another $20 million. My goal is $200 million a year, every year, for the next 5 years, $1 billion to invest in our city. And then we have what we, you know, early on, and information is important. And when you go to conferences and conventions, I tell folks, make sure you bring back the information. I was at the U.S. Conference of Mayors back in January, And they said, you know, opportunity zones are coming, and you all need to get prepared. So we were one of the first cities in the country. I came back, I sat down with Pete and them, I said, Pete, we got to get this together. And so we submitted 44 opportunity zones to the state. 42 were accepted. Wow. Almost the entire city of Baltimore is an opportunity zone. And especially in our neighborhoods that have been underinvested in East Baltimore, in West Baltimore, in those neighborhoods that have been underinvested in for decades. So I am excited about the work that we will continue to do together. But commerce is important, you all. Those who invest in retail establishments, it's hard work. I know, I've been one. It's difficult, but they can be successful. They become successful because we become patrons and customers, and we bring people, more people. I want to take a moment and acknowledge Councilwoman Sneed for being here as well. And so, give her a big round of applause. So again, you all, I won't stay here much longer because I know we got treats, and you all need to learn more about our main streets and make sure that you're bringing people to our Main Street stores. I want to thank the University of Baltimore for allowing us to continue to be here. Big round of applause for our leader here at the University of Baltimore. Thank you so much. And finally, let me just remind you all, it's what we do together that changes the trajectory of our city. It's how you touch and invest in our young people that will change their lives every day. You know, no child, if you touch them and tell them and help them, will want to go in the wrong direction, but it's what you say to them. You know, it's like the teacher who got smacked by the young person. What she said was, you know, our children need help. Our children need help. And we've got smart young people in our city. We've got some children who are homeless and helpless and need our help. But at the same time, it's what we do together that will change their lives. So thank you again for being here, but more importantly, thank you all for believing in Baltimore and in the future of our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Now, I would like to ask if Dean Hartley could come up and welcome us to his wonderful institution.
Thank you so much, Verna. Good evening. How's everyone doing?
Great. Thank you.
I want to thank so much Mayor Pugh for coming out tonight, and I really want to thank Senator Verna Jones Rodwell, leader of our City Main Streets program, for bringing us together tonight. Let's thank both of them. To our elected leaders who are with us here tonight, thank you all for coming out and supporting our neighborhoods and our community. Thank you so, so much. I'm Roger Hartley. I'm Dean of the College of Public Affairs here at the University of Baltimore. And on behalf of Kurt Schmoke, our president, I wanted to sincerely welcome you all to our campus and to our amazing Student Center tonight. We at the University of Baltimore are a very important anchor institution in this city. And you probably know us, and you've probably seen our new brand. You know us for our business school and our terrific law school and our terrific College of Arts and Sciences. Our College of Public Affairs, which I have the pleasure to lead, is only about 8 years old, and it is the only institution in the entire state, the only college of its type that is completely dedicated to public service and improving people's lives. Our students are all about changing people's lives, and they're interested in doing that in 15 different degree programs, grad and undergrad. They are terrific. They inspire me. They are my passion, and they're why I came to Baltimore about 3.5 years ago. I see a lot of wonderful friends here in the room tonight, leaders of city main streets, and I just wanted to really quickly ask, if you're a leader or a board member of a city main street, would you please raise your hand, and let's give you a round of applause. I've known about Main Streets on the national scene for many, many years in my work in North Carolina and in Arizona before I came here in Baltimore. But what I've seen here in the city of Baltimore is some fearless leaders who do some amazing work all over the city with very little resources, with cobbling together staffs and some without staffs, bringing businesses together with communities and communities together with businesses, bringing magnet schools and city schools together and the neighbors around them that along these different corridors all over the city, helping make them vibrant. One of the things that I love about Main Streets and community economic development is in cities all across the nation, we're all trying to lure the Amazons to our communities, and we're trying to lure outside businesses to our communities. But one of the most important things that we can do in our communities is to rebuild our businesses and our communities from the inside out and not the outside in only. And that's what so inspires me with the work of our city main streets, our healthy neighborhoods, our CDCs, all of the volunteers in our communities that make that happen every day. I am in fact a resident of Northeast Baltimore, inside of the city, because of Regina and Pam. They toured me around the neighborhood and they said to me, wow, I want to show you the goods and I want to show you what our challenges are, and we really hope that you'll live here. And I couldn't believe that they would do that for me. I really couldn't believe it. And at the end of it, I said, Regina and Pam, I said, how many staff members do you have? And they laughed. And they said, me and her. And at that moment, I had an inspiration. And I swear I won't talk too long. I'm from West Virginia originally, and we like to just do this, talk and talk and talk. But it inspired me to take our best and brightest students in the College of Public Affairs and form this program, which is called our Community Development Fellowship Program. And the goal of it, and we have been raising money from outside supporters like BG&E and Wells Fargo and some alums here at the University of Baltimore. What we do is we pay our best and brightest students to add capacity to city main streets, to healthy neighborhoods, to CDCs, and to special nonprofits in communities only in the city, that are about rebuilding the city from the inside out and not the outside in. So we've had wonderful people in our college work with wonderful organizations like Bon Secours Community Works and Bel Air Edison Benny and Hamilton Lauraville and Pigtown. And really quick, before I yammer on too much longer, I do want to recognize a few people. Kareem Amin, would you come up for a second? Kareem is an MPA student at the University of Baltimore. He is also my community development graduate assistant who is frankly running our program. He is terrific. And also, if you don't mind, if you're a community development fellow or an alum, and I know there are a few of you here, would you come up
Ashley,
real
Charlene.
Please come up.
Ashley,
Please come up.
I see you over there.
Past and present.
Ikea, where you at? Come on up.
Tanisha, are you here?
Tanisha, come on up. Jacob, come on up. Yeah.
These women and men are your city's leaders and future leaders of community economic development and revitalization. Jordan Berry is another who's not here, and there are many others. And all I can say right now is I'm proud of each and every one of you. You are doing spectacular work in this city, and we need them so much. And I hope that you will support us in our fellowship program. And we definitely are in high demand, and I'm looking out for you, Jonette. We're in high demand, but these are some spectacular leaders, and I'm really proud of each and every one of you, and a number, Charlene and also Ashley, who is here right now, are both now working in the field with full-time jobs in our city. And that's what my goal was, and that's what we do. So, all I can say is come back to the University of Baltimore anytime. We'd love to have you here. We are a special institution. We have a special leader. And I will say right now, we are going to do some amazing things with each and every one of you, and we'll continue to. And if you need our help, please come see us, and we'll do our best through each of our 4 colleges. I hope you have an amazing night. Enjoy tonight. And thank you so much, Verna, for bringing this awesome opportunity to our university. Thank you. Have a good night.
Well, thank you, Dean Hartley. I'm going to ask Ms. Dion Box to come up. She is the director of the National Urban Main Program from the National Main Street Center in Chicago, and she will give us a brief overview of what she will be doing in Baltimore with all the Baltimore Main Street Coordinating Program and the local programs. We're going through an assessment process, and then we will be we'll do a launch. But right now, as I walk out to go with the mayor, I would ask you to, yes, ma'am. The mayor would like me, I was going to do this later, but I would like for all of the executive directors and the managers of the Main Street program to raise your hand and to come up. And board members. And
Yeah, come on up, please, so everybody can see you. Come on up this way.
okay, Madam Mayor, would you mind taking a picture?
Yeah, well, you're in the middle, yeah.
Looks good. Everybody coming a little closer. So we can move in close. Maybe you'll have to tighten up the turn to the center and move in. Looking good. Okay, team. Okay, we'll take a series of pictures and mind if I start? Okay, great. Okay, team, right this way. You look great. Big smiles, please. Okay, beautiful. And all set. Good. Okay, do we have more pictures? Okay, very good, thank you.
We thank you all. Thank you, Madam Mayor. And Ms. Dion, if you could come up and I'll be right back.
I didn't expect to go on a microphone, and I don't have remarks. I'm joking. Hello, everyone. I'm Deanne Bowe. I'm the director of the Urban Main program with the National Main Street Center. You know, the mayor is gone. I know. It's okay. Oh, okay. I was going to say the main attraction is not here, but the only thing I will leave you with is that everything that I will say will echo everything that you've heard from the mayor, from Verna, and from Nadine. As you prep your main streets this year for the holiday season to celebrate local businesses, history, cultural heritage, to the building blocks to hosting holiday pop-up events for locally grown entrepreneurs. Remember those locally grown entrepreneurs that are in your districts. And instead of always thinking to attract someone outside of your district, how about attracting those that are in the district and making certain that the businesses are fitting the needs for them? I am so happy for this renewed partnership with the National Main Street Center and the city of Baltimore. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm sure I'll see you again next year. Thank you.
Well, again, thank everyone for being here. And the mayor took a lot my thunder. I was going to ask everybody to raise their hand. Well, all of my former fellows and interns and volunteers that have volunteered with the coordinating program for free, if you could raise your hand. Ashley. Yeah, that's right. You're the ones who kept the program going. And I really want Aviana, I saw her in here, who's now a lawyer. Everyone is working in the field in their chosen professions, and I thank all of you for all of the work that you do each and every day, because, you know, the Main Street managers, they sometimes don't like hearing from me, but, you know, I just want us to be the best that we can be for the best city in the USA. Thank you, and enjoy yourself. And if I could not go home if I didn't acknowledge my husband, Dr. Gary Rodwell, who I saw going around here. But thank you for being here, and good night.